Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Norn9 Var Commons. We are in chapter 1 now, and we have chosen our heroine, and I want to go after this guy with the black hair with the purple tips. I like him. I like that kind of flirtatious type that's a little bit dark, but you know. But he has long hair that he pins up, and oh, he just looks pretty hot to me. If he wasn't a kid, darn it. So, sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Welcome back. Look, we got everything cleaned up while you were away. There wasn't much to clean. Actually, it seems we escaped with relatively minor damage. Minor damage is not a term I would use to describe that large hole. Where is all the rest of the debris? Mikoto? Look at the size of that hole! That wall was all here earlier, but a whole lot of it is missing now. Where did it go? What truly happened here? We got lucky and it isn't bad as it looked? The gaping hole disagrees. If the attack came from outside, where is all the debris? If the attack came from outside, eh? I think you already knew the answer to this. Mikoto, you had placed a barrier around this area, correct? Yes, but since this occurred, I assumed there was some kind of fault line in it. Your powers are dependent on your health and mental fortitude, yes, but I do not recall seeing you under any strain when the blast hit. So, you're saying the barrier was up and solid, just like it should be, but if that's the case, this shouldn't have happened. Mrs. Barrier would have blocked anything coming from the outside. When that barbarian used his strange device, I did feel some numbness in my hand. That means I'm not completely stopping the attacks. I must let everyone know. But what will that accomplish? There is nobody else who can do this. Nobody can even help with it. Telling them that my barriers can be breached will only frighten them. It was only a little numbness. It faded quickly. I can still handle this. What's wrong, miss? Nothing. We have nothing to worry about from any external attacks. Which means that this was probably an internal attack, then. Yes. Yes, it does. This must be what Nanami was attempting to tell me. Someone among us. Maybe in link with that barbarian. Well then, so now what do we do? What do you mean? Do we tell everyone or not? Right now, we do still have the option of keeping this all under wraps. No, Nanami has figured it out already. Ah, okay. She is a sharp one, that's for sure. We have to let everyone know immediately and begin forming a counter-strategy. Nanami is in the meeting room. She probably intends to bring this up if we do not. You sure about that? What do you propose we do then, Itsuki? Ideally, I think it would be smarter for us to keep all of this quiet. How is that smarter? We're dealing with a possible traitor. If we do have one, we need to discover who it is before they cause even more damage. Yeah, but do you really want to go about it so clumsily? What? How is that even a concern? I don't care much for strained atmospheres, you know. They're so stressful. I have to agree with Itsuki's opinion. You too, Sakuya? You think we should just simply ignore a potential traitor in our midst? If the betrayer's aim was mere destruction, then no, they should not be ignored. This person obviously has power to cause at least that much destruction. They are clearly dangerous, but if they are after our lives, why choose to destroy this wall in the first place? There are much more effective locations to damage, I would think. Oh. Starting a hunt for a traitor will make all of us distrust each other. Who benefits from that? A good question. I cannot say for sure. What do you think about all this, Kakeru? Kakeru? Eavesdropping on others' conversations is highly rude, you know. Hey, I wasn't the one who had the brilliant idea to shout a secret conversation out loud. I really, truly wish I could destroy this man. I saw you fall not that long ago. Are you alright? Yeah, we're all fine. Oh, by the way, that new girl finally remembered her name. It's Koharu. Man, she is seriously entertaining. Koharu, What a cute name. She finally remembered her name. Good for her. That makes 3 toys for Kakeru now. Anyway, that's all well and good, but you have to have caught on by now too, right? So what's really going on with that hole in the wall? Yeah, you could say that. I wasn't planning on saying anything if nobody else had noticed, though. Because we don't yet know the traitor's goal? Well, that, and I was really hoping it wouldn't have to get to poor Koharu. She was just looking forward to making friends with everyone, and now we have to go through this unpleasantness. Protecting her emotions is not worth putting her life at risk, I would think. I'm trying to protect the ship's peace. If no one else had noticed, what were you planning to do then? I would go look for the intruder, of course. You can't just ignore destruction like that. And you think you could handle him on your own? Yeah. Miss, that's not a very ladylike face. Operating in secret by myself would be the most effective and least disruptive way to solve the problem. But that was only if nobody else had noticed. That obviously is not the case. We don't have any idiots on board, you know. And besides, I doubt our culprit would let it happen that way anyway, given his probable goals. True, true. I'll be on board to tell everyone we might have a traitor on board. But I won't spill their possible objective. I'll just let everyone assume it's destruction. Why? Because maybe I can get him to tip his hand. We can expect he's going to try to make us all as suspicious of each other as possible. Ah, I see. You are proposing that we give the traitor just enough rope to hang himself. I am not a fan of this plan, but it makes too much logical sense to disregard. He truly is not to be underestimated. If there really is a traitor in our midst, and the traitor happens to be him, just the thought of it is terrifying. Anyway, have I made my thoughts on the matter clear? She says she doesn't like it, but she can find no fault with it. I leave it in your hands. Stop translating my anger! I do not need your help! I agree with the lady. I do not need you to agree with me. We are all equals aboard this ship, so stop presuming that we are your inferiors. Okay. Let's say we all go downstairs now, Everybody should be waiting. Yes, we should go downstairs. I must find that infiltrator first. I will not let that man have his way. Looking at those facts, we have come to the conclusion that we may have a traitor on board. Finishing my explanation, I let out a sigh. Poor Koharu. She is taking this so hard, though I doubt any of us would hear that news and not be disturbed. But any consolation will have to wait until later. Now we need to finish this meeting. Okay. Are you sure we can definitely say that? Because that means you're implying that one of us here, right now, is the traitor. Well, yeah, it sucks, but looking at the evidence, it seems like it's gotta be an inside job, you know? You saw how jacked up the wall was, right? But there wasn't much rubble and stuff inside. The only way that makes any sense to me is if you figure the explosion or whatever went off inside and just blew all the chunks out. Huh? Where'd you get that idea? Well, whatever the case, we need a plan now that we know is a possibility. Really, Masamune? You're siding with him? I'm not saying there's a traitor or not, but we can't say for certain. So, as long as the possibility of there being one exists, we can't just sit around and do nothing. Ron and Masamune seem to be in an argument with each other. Heishi is agitated. Before I realized it, I had already begun watching and judging everyone. I told myself it was the wise thing to do, but it hurt my heart to do so. Considering the damage done, I would say the traitor is likely connected to our attacker, or has offensive powers. See? That's what I've been saying. This has all been set up from the beginning. What do you mean? The world set this ship up for us, right? You've seen how huge it is, but there are only 9 guest rooms, that's it. But why only 9 rooms? That's why I started thinking, maybe there are actually only supposed to be 9 of us on this ship in the first place. That's just a guess. I don't think so. It's just like a hotel with 100 rooms. It's meant for 100 guests. Isn't the ship only meant for 9 people, because it has 9 rooms? So, 3 of us aren't supposed to be on the ship? Right. We already know one, of course. The little one. But the other 2... Itsuki. But if that's the case, why isn't the world doing anything about this? It dragged us all on this ship, and now it's just going to ignore us? Oh, Toya, you can communicate with the world, right? Has it said anything about this at all? No, not a thing. I've asked it a dozen times about the number of passengers we're supposed to have, but I've never gotten an answer. What? They don't give a rat's ass about us. I could have told you that. Hell, I bet you they're hoping they can get rid of us, since we ruined their precious balance of peace crap. That's nuts! The world's sole purpose is to protect the peace. Why would it do something like that? No, wait! Could it be that this ship was not sent by the world? Whoa! Cool it right there. Doubting the will of the world is a crime, you know. I knew it. I knew this would not work. There is no way everyone will be able to stay friendly with each other like this. Keeping quiet about the infiltrator's goals gains us nothing. Well, that's enough talk of theories and suspicions. Right now, we need a plan. For the moment, let's work under the assumption that we have a traitor amongst us. If we can't do at least that, we won't get anywhere. Also, remember, there could be more than one. Our best plan of action is to just get everything in front of everyone, I guess. We set up a policy when we first got here, right? No prying into people's pasts and powers. Well, I say now we ditch that. Everyone has to complain on where they're from, what their powers are, everything. True. If we knew what powers everyone has, that would at least narrow down our list of potential suspects, don't you think? I refuse. I'm not discussing my powers. Why? Personally, I think it's a pretty good, solid plan. No, it isn't anywhere near close to good. I am not a traitor, and I will not tell you what my powers are. If you think all of us have powers we can make public with no consequences, you're wrong. Oh, come on. Why be so defensive about it? Is it a really embarrassing power or something? Huh, whatever. Kakeru, that plan sucks. Come up with something else. Okay. I do have another idea, but I think this is literally the only other option. We split up into pairs and keep watch on each other to make sure nobody pulls anything funny. Pairs? What's the logic behind that? Why not groups of 3 or 4? We've been splitting up into teams of 4 from the beginning, right? Obviously that wasn't enough to stop the last attack. So, we have to break it down more, into pairs. That's a good point. It does look like that's our best option right now. It's the best and only option. Kakaru is no fool. He knew no one would agree to exposing their powers. He expected that plan to fail. It was a decoy to play up the next one as more acceptable. Let's put it to a vote. All who are opposed, raise your hand. Only Senri and Nanami raised their hands. I would be surprised if Kakaru had not expected this would happen. Both of them are among the youngest here, and neither has a strong presence. Senri especially is weak. Nanami already voiced her opinion. Since that was already taken into consideration, I doubt there will be any further disagreement.
Well, the eyes have it. We'll go with Kakaru's plan, so how should we pair off?
Good question. How about we let the girls decide who they're pairing up with first? However, girls can't pair up with girls. And why not?
Isn't it obvious? Because two ladies can't have kids together. Neither can two guys, for that matter.
And what difference does that make in this situation? We're not here to repopulate the Earth. Interesting. Should I sew those lips of yours together permanently now?
Yikes.
There are some logical advantages to pairing up guy-girl. If there's another attack, there will definitely be a guy nearby to protect the girl. That is very true. Also, it's highly likely our infiltrator is male.
Huh?
Why do you say that? Well, that's mostly my own personal intuition, so I'd rather not get into details. Hey, you already said this much. You might as well spit the rest of it out.
Oh, for the love of God, no. I've heard way too many hunches today. If anybody says something, it better be 100% solid fact, or I'm gonna lose it. Unless you can prove it, shut it.
That's exactly what I intend. Since there's a possibility we have multiple infiltrators, we need to have at least one girl keeping an eye on the guys. Well, unless the girls are all powerful, then doesn't that put the girls in danger if one of them happens to be paired up with a traitor?
So girls would be watching us, eh? Cool. It almost sounds like you're setting them out to be bait to draw out the perp.
Not really. We leave the teams and the chore rotation the same, and set up what night patrols we can, okay? Hold on, my team has only 3 people. If we must pair up, there will be one person left who has no partner. True, but there is no way around it. We don't have an even number of people aboard.
Dragging the little guy into this doesn't seem right either.
Is everyone okay with leaving someone unpaired?
Hell no. It defeats the purpose. But what are we gonna do about it?
I'll be unpaired. I'll sit in my room, and I won't come out. I promise I'll stay right there.
That would be okay, right?
We will just have the lone person operate as a reserve unit.
Yeah, and if anything does happen, we will immediately know who to suspect.
Then, whoever is the odd man out will automatically be considered the traitor?
It would be kinda hard not to, I think. I guess we'll just have to wait till something happens, see how it plays out.
You choose, Mikoto. Which of us will you pair with? What? Are you forcing me to name the sacrifice? Sakuya is my childhood friend. We've kept it from everyone, but his powers are not offensive. In fact, he is the least likely candidate to be the traitor. I don't know about Itsuki. He is shallow and lazy. I doubt he could be bothered to even put forth the effort to betray anyone. Neither seem like a possible traitor to me, but if I had to choose... I felt my mouth go dry.
This is no offer. It is an ultimatum. Join me, or I will destroy this ship.
Bang. And then you die.
Your power is a gift from the gods. Use it for the sake of your country and your people.
I must protect this ship, but what is the correct way to do that? Do I choose to partner with one of these two, or is there a better course of action? Oh, I want to choose the middle guy. I think he's the guy that's supposed to be the bad guy, but I can probably persuade him over with my feminine wiles. Or maybe I just get him to see the light later. But I guess I won't get to choose him in this round, so... What? Sakuya's recommended. Why is that? Is he supposed to be easy? Screw that recommendation. I'm going for Itsuki. I like the dark, long-haired guys who are a little bit flirtatious. Yep, we're going with him. Attention, Norn9 non-net players. What? If you want to review the details screen... Oh! We can view details screen for... Huh, interesting. Oh, okay. For the best experience, we recommend playing the stories in the following order. But I'm already out of order, so... Oh, well. I guess I'll do their recommended stuff. Although I'm already starting out of order, after this story, I'll go in the order that they recommend. So I'll play Koharu next, and go after Kakeru, and then Senri. Okay. That's what we'll do. I'll have to find this and write it down again later, because I'm not going to remember this. Oh wait, actually I can write it down now. Well, I do like Sakuya, just not as much as Itsuki. Alright, Sakuya, here we come. Sakuya and I made a promise to one another. You could say it was a shared secret. Nobody knows about it, after all. You could also say that it is a wall. It prevents us both from moving forward, just like one. Vow, limit, agreement, shackles. There are so many words you could call it, but we decided to refer to it as our promise. After all, that was the one word that best covered all of its possible meanings. Okay, looks like everybody's picked a partner. So, here's the pair breakdown. Koharu / Kakeru. Senri / Masamune, sorry. Heishi and Nanami. Ran and Akito. Got it? Great. Now, let's all get to know our new partners and have fun, okay? Have fun, huh? It's a pleasure, Mikoto. We're going back to our rooms. We've passed your room. There's a traitor amongst us. Even if you are just going to go to your room, I cannot leave you alone. Thank you. It is only common sense, and you needn't thank me for it. I think I would like to go to the library tomorrow. Will you join me? Sure. What do you need there? The bandit who attacked the ship had devices I have never seen before. He caused a lot of damage to the ship using them. A device powerful enough to damage a ship this size? That is definitely concerning. After passing several other rooms, we finally reached Sakuya's. I'll see you tomorrow then. Yes, good day. Sakuya and I had been friends since we were children. Our relationship did not feel much different now. Of course, we spent most of our time together when we were still little. As we grew older, we also began to grow apart. It was only once we came on board that we started to spend time together again. He is still much like he was as a child. Sakuya is basically still Sakuya. Nothing has changed. Nothing will change. The two of us will always be as we have been. What sort of book do you think we should look for? A good question. We may just have to rummage through what is here and see what we can find. After all, I do not have the foggiest notion of what that device is. I reached for a random book on the shelf, but before I could grab it, My hand bumped into another, smaller hand.
Oops.
Aha! It's you, kiddo.
You know, I really dislike it when you call me that. It's very condescending.
What are you doing here? I did not think these are the sort of books children usually read.
I'm researching this era. Or at least that's what I'm trying to do. All this library has is cookbooks, storybooks, and books on other irrelevant topics.
What are you doing here?
We have some research to do ourselves. We are trying to learn about that, the gun, was it?
Guns. Oh, right. You said that you'd never seen one before.
None of you know about them?
Not that I'm aware of. I personally haven't seen one, but I hear that it is a device capable of killing a human with brutal efficiency.
Huh. So they must really not exist in this era.
What is with that reaction? When I told you I did not know of them, you tried to make a fool of me and called me ignorant.
Huh.
For now, I think we should do as you suggested and look through what books we can.
Like I said, there isn't much of any use in this whole library.
Maybe, but it's still worth a look, I think. And so we wandered through the library, trying to find what we could. The kid was right when he said there was mostly cookbooks and books on leisure here. There was even a book on musical scores. Were they expecting someone here to put on a recital? Joy! Wait, is this library just a collection of the books that Hiyoko personally enjoys? Looking around, one book caught my eye. I could not read the title, but it looked old. I feel like I should get a step stool to be careful, I guess. I do not think I can, even if I stood on my tiptoes. Maybe there's a stool I could use. Looking for something? Maybe I could help you find it. He's grown so tall. Yes? I do not need anything. Please, stop watching me and keep looking for books. Excuse me, I'm trying to reach a book on that top shelf. Do you have a stepping stool that I could borrow? Rejection!
Those things are so weird.
With startling prowess, the Hiyoko leapt up to the top shelf and gracefully grabbed the book. Pride! Thank you. I was unaware that Hiyoko could fly like that. Well, perhaps leap is a better word than fly. I did not see it flap its wings or anything. Oh, maybe I deprived him of his moment to help me. Oh well. Hey, you two... What? You should not barge up to us without announcing yourself first. It is very rude.
So, you two get along or something? You're acting really awkward around each other.
What does that matter to you? Well, for now, I guess all we can say that we learned is that this library has nothing but old fables, cookbooks, and hobby books in it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to find any clues here.
Sakuya, did you find anything? No, I didn't find any books or anything. No, but I did find a blank spot that is concerning. A blank spot? Sakuya pointed at the shelf to our left. Dozens of books lined it, except for one space that was unnaturally empty.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty weird too. I wonder what's supposed to be there.
True, it does seem unnatural to have such a large open spot there, but is it really all that odd? You need to have space available on the shelves so you can put new books in, right?
That is a possibility, yes. But from what I gathered, the books in this library are organized alphabetically. See, every shelf is arranged alphabetically from left to right. Except here, all the books are crammed on the bottom right. If they were going to add new books later, these should be at the top left. That's what you're trying to say, right? Yes, exactly.
Then this open space is not being reserved for new books to be added later. It's the spot left after what was already there was removed, most likely. Why was it removed then? I couldn't say. I noticed other unusually empty slots on the other shelves too. None of them were as big as this one though. It looks to me like the books here are shelled using the Dewey Decimal System, right? The encyclopedias and other general info books are up front. Then come the philosophy books, and so on and so forth. Are you really only a child? How come someone your age knows all that? Hey, I like going to libraries, okay? What's the topic that comes after philosophy? I can't remember now. I think the topic is supposed to start right here, where this blank spot is. The kid crosses his arms and thought hard, but in the end he couldn't remember. Oh, well, I guess that is all we can learn here. Sorry, I'll let you know once I remember. We came here searching for clues about the bandit, but instead, it looks like we have discovered something else just as disturbing. We were ordered on this journey by the world. The world is never wrong, so I had not given it any thought before. But now I cannot help but think there is something odd about this ship. Ah well, right now finding and capturing both that bandit and the traitor take priority. By the way, Sorata, where is Itsuki? I thought the two of you had become unofficial partners. Now that you mention it, yes. Somebody did say that Itsuki should pair up with the kid. Oh, him. He's off playing some dumb all-night card game with Heishi. I was invited, but I hate wasting my time on frivolous games, so I declined. All-night card game? Don't tell me they're still playing it right now. Very likely. Oh, goodness. That bunch is even more mature than the kid. No wonder no one came to breakfast. I expect they are in Heishi's room. I wouldn't be surprised if Nanami was there too. All-nighters are a drain on one's health. Their exhaustion could make them all fall ill. There is no way I will be pressed into caring for a pack of sick morons who made themselves sick by being foolish. We should put a stop to this. Ugh, I'm done. I just can't go on. Come on, Itsuki! Don't conk out on me now! We still haven't settled this. Whatever. I lose, okay? I don't care anymore. No! Get up and do this right! I can finally see the gleam of victory at the end of our 300th match! 300 matches, good lord! Oh hey, Mikoto! You wanna come play too? No thank you! I hear that you three have been playing this all night. Yeah, see? We're having trouble deciding who had actually won. No, that was decided long ago. You just didn't want to admit defeat, Otomaru. Yeah, if we have to keep playing until Hei wins, we'll be at this forever. I hardly care about who won or who lost. A healthy lifestyle requires proper rest, proper nutrition, and a modicum of exercise. By ignoring not one but all three of those, you jeopardize your health. I refuse to care for anyone who drives their body to the breaking point for the sake of foolish games. Ugh, you sound just like my grandma. Ow! Ugh! Hey, why'd you have to hit me too? Get it through your thick skulls that you are living in a community now. Nanami, all-nighters aren't good for you. Your slight build means you're more delicate constitution. Delicate? Me? Yes. You should take better care of yourself, okay? Okay. You two should watch out for her more, too. You are her elders, after all. Yeah. Sure. Nanami? Uh-oh. Looks like she's fallen asleep. We ought to take her back to her room. Mikoto, did I trouble you with that, please? Itsuki, Heishi, you clean up this mess. Now that the adrenaline rushes from the match is over, I'm feeling really sleepy. I'll help. Come on. Let's get cleaning. Come on, Nanami, stand up. This way. There. Now get some proper sleep. Okay. From now on, you are never to stay up all night again. Consorting with idiots will just turn you into an idiot yourself. Nijo. Nijo. I felt a twinge of nervousness at her words. What was she trying to say about Sakuya? Part of me desperately wanted to know. Part of me desperately wanted to cover my ears. I've never spoken with him before. What's he like? Is he nice? I bit my lip to stop it from trembling. Forcibly calming myself, I spoke carefully. Yes, Sakuya is a very nice person, I think. I think? No, I know Sakuya to be extremely kind. I've never met anyone as nice as him. I guess I had the wrong idea. Huh? She's quite a snorer. I saw Sakuya in the distance. He might be waiting for me. Alright, well, having put Nanami to bed, we are going to end this video here and pick up the story in the next video. Oh, and I'd love input from people. You know, anything you want to tell me is fine. But, you know, things like if I should do commentary during the videos sometimes. I mean, most of the time I don't really have much to say, but sometimes I have reactions. So, and you know, in a couple of them you'll see I have done a few reactions when things are like, what? What in the world is going on here? I've done a few, but I don't know if that bothers people. Or, you know, if you would like me to just keep to the story, or if the commentary is okay, if you want me to do more commentary, or just not do any commentary at all, let me know. I'd love to know what people enjoy. So, I hope to see you in some of my future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.